Hello, Emily Gibbons here. Thank you so much for watching this week's video message. At the time I am recording this video, I am actually recording it for two purposes. One, obviously to share some news with all of you, but secondly, almost to keep it as a video record, almost like a diary or a snapshot in time of what is happening in my life currently. So, I will share that news with you really, really soon, but it's related to the topic of Orton-Gillingham training. Now, I get asked a lot about Orton-Gillingham training. I get asked about my own training and my pathway. I get asked about the best pathways for other people. And I really try to keep a very broad picture for everyone because everyone's pathway is going to be just a little bit different depending on their particular needs, even hinging on where they live, because sometimes Orton-Gillingham training can be regional depending on where you live. Thanks so much to so many Orton-Gillingham trainers out there. There are more virtual options, way more than there were when I was first training back in the early, let's see, around 2009. So a long time ago, we didn't really have virtual training there. It was all in person. So what I want to share today are the levels of certification and training through Orton-Gillingham Academy. Now, the reason why I'm sharing just that one site is because I'm a member of Orton-Gillingham Academy, and it's something that I get asked a lot about. What are the different levels of certification? How do I become a member? And what's involved in the training? So I just wanted to share just a portion of the screen of the Orton-Gillingham Academy site. Now, you can go to ortonacademy.org to learn more about this, but what I did was just share a portion of the site so we can really zoom in on the different levels of Orton-Gillingham practitioner certifications. So at the very beginning, if you just want an introduction to hear more about what Orton-Gillingham is, maybe you are a school administrator, maybe you are a parent, and you may want to try out the subscriber membership and just take the introductory course just to learn more. That's going to give you an overview, okay? And you can do that virtually. The next level up is Orton-Gillingham Classroom Educator, OGCE. Now, at the classroom educator training, you, as a classroom educator, would learn how to work with students at Tier 1 and Tier 2. And you would learn about the approach, about the basics of Orton-Gillingham, and so forth. And you would have to complete about 30 hours of instruction time with what is called an Orton-Gillingham fellow, and that is or a training fellow, or it could be a fellow in training. So that is one level. And many classroom educators, that means you're working directly in the classroom with students, find this to be a great option for them if they aren't looking to go into working perhaps in private practice or in special education or in small group intervention and so forth. Okay, the next one up above classroom educator is the associate level. Now, you would do this particular level with coursework. So you would have about 60 to 70 hours of coursework. Please keep in mind that at the time of when this is recording, that this is 2024. Things are always subject to change. So, but at this time, that is what the requirement is. And then you would also have the option to do a practicum, and you would have someone supervising you. You would have about 10 lessons that you would be supervised with, and then you would be completing your coursework and submitting your application to be at the associate level. The next level is the certified level, and that is if you want to be an independent practitioner. So if you want to go into private practice, if you're working with tier 3 students or in special education, if you're wanting to open up your private practice, this is a great option. This is the one where you really dive even more deeply. I say this anecdotally, into becoming more diagnostic and prescriptive in your instruction, a deeper study of the brain, dyslexia, and comorbidities. I really felt that the certified level gave me the most comprehensive training in the Orton-Gillingham approach and the principles. It is a bit lengthier. So in addition to the work with the associate level, so you would have to have completed the associate level to move on to the certified level, then you would have another 100 hours of coursework. And then you would, and remember, this is at the time that I'm saying this is 2024, then you would have another supervised practicum of 200 hours. And then you would complete some coursework and submit your application there. And that would also be led by a training fellow. All right. And then the next level is if you're thinking like, wow, I am really, really loving uh, helping out not just my students, but I want to help out other educators, you may want to consider becoming what is called an Orton-Gillingham Fellow. And so at the fellow level, you are an independent practitioner, so you may be in private practice, but this is where you can become an Orton-Gillingham trainer and supervisor. So this is the most extensive level of training. You would complete your 90 hours of coursework. You would also have some conference hours. You would also have a 300-hour supervised practicum hours as well, and being able to go through 3 full trainings of the associate and certified level and moving on to being able to be teaching it yourself, but supervised by another fellow watching you. So this is the most extensive level of Orton-Gillingham training. And at this time, these are the requirements. And then you would complete the coursework and then submit your application to become a fellow. While you are working on your training at the fellow level, you can be called what's called a FIT, or a fellow in training. So at the time of this recording in June 2024, I have decided that I have entered into the fit level of my Orton-Gillingham journey. So my role now is a fellow in training. So I am working my way towards becoming an Orton-Gillingham fellow, where I will be able to train and supervise other educators in the Orton-Gillingham approach and principles that follow. I am working with a wonderful supervisor. You may know her. Her name is Casey Welsh. She is an Orton-Gillingham Fellow, and she is through Savannah Dyslexia. So I will be working closely with Casey, and I will be almost like shadowing her the first year and working more closely to learn how to help other teachers, not just with training, but also observing them and giving my feedback. So this is a very, very exciting step. It's one that I do not take lightly. I realize that this is going to be a significant amount of work and training, but I have really thought long and hard about this decision for actually several years. It's something I know I wanted to do. I just wasn't ever sure whether the time would be right, but we know whenever we're ready to begin a new chapter with anything, the timing may never be ideal, right? There's always going to be something that may be stopping us or seemingly stopping us. But you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to take the leap. I'm ready to move on to this next chapter. And I am so excited not only to begin the training, but also to be able to share this news with you today in this video. So if you happen to see the letters FIT after my name, now you know that that means that I am a fellow in training. Down the road in a couple of years, I will be able to start working with cohorts of educators who would like to perhaps be trained at the associate or certified level or classroom educator even. So I look forward to sharing more of my journey, but here's where I'm at. I'm at the very beginning. So if you have any well wishes, certainly send them my way. I will keep you all posted. And once again, thank you always for supporting me, supporting the Literacy Nest. And I look forward to sharing more with you as I continue on the fellow journey. All right. Have a great day.